In the news this week, the Christian Institute expresses its support for a church's legal action against Edinburgh Council. The government introduces a radical new abortion law in Northern Ireland. And a Christian politician speaks to colleagues of his trust in God. Hello. The Christian Institute has expressed its support for a church's legal action against Edinburgh City Council. The local authority cancelled Destiny Church's conference, claiming previous comments from one of the speakers breached its diversity policy. American pastor Larry Stockstill had described homosexual behaviour as not accepted by God. The ban came just a matter of days after the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association had been excluded from public venues around the UK on similar grounds. The Institute's Kieran Kelly said the church has a strong case, which they should win.
We're really pleased that Destiny Church is taking this action. It's so important to stand up for religious liberty. We think they've got a strong case. We think that they should win because this is a clear case of unlawful religious discrimination under the Equality Act 2010. There's also a very obvious denial of free speech under the European Convention on Human Rights. And if Destiny Church can be banned from hiring public venues today, the same could happen for other church groups tomorrow. And we absolutely don't want that to happen.
The government is to introduce an extreme abortion law in Northern Ireland at the end of the month, despite a consultation revealing 79% of respondents oppose it. The new law will go far beyond the rest of the UK, allowing unrestricted abortion up to 12 weeks, up to 24 weeks for most other reasons, and up to birth on the grounds of disability. Women seeking an abortion will not be required to see a doctor, but there will be some protections for health professionals who object on conscience grounds. The Christian Institute's Northern Ireland officer Callum Webster said these new laws are not wanted in the province.
The decision to table the abortion regulations here for Northern Ireland is deeply disappointing. Many people in Northern Ireland value and cherish the lives of our unborn children, and very extreme measures have been tabled at Westminster. At the present time, government is postponing its normal business, rightly so, to deal with saving lives in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis. But yet at the same time, they've made it priority to table extreme abortion regulations here that will make it so much easier to take the lives of unborn children in Northern Ireland.
Pro-abortionists, including Amnesty International, wanted the law to go even further and allow abortions at home, but Health Secretary Matt Hancock ruled it out. An Orthodox Jewish school has been told it risks being shut down by the Department for Education because it refuses to promote gender reassignment and homosexuality, despite this not being a legal requirement. Mechino School was largely rated good at its last full inspection, but officials have warned it needs to come up with an action plan or face sanctions. However, the Christian Institute's education officer John Denning pointed out that while equality law requires schools not to discriminate in how they educate or treat pupils, it does not dictate what is taught in schools. It is completely unacceptable for Her Majesty's inspectors to report that a school is in breach of the law, but then get the law completely wrong. It is Ofsted that requires improvement. And finally, a Christian politician has spoken of his trust in God during a Northern Ireland Assembly debate on COVID-19. Paul Given, MLA, told Stormont of the comfort he takes from the Bible, especially in difficult times. He said that in an unknown world, we can find strength from knowing an unchanging God.
For many people, they're searching for what it is that really gives them that support and that structure. For me, it's my faith in God. May not be the case for other people, even in this chamber. I know it is for this minister. I know it is for other people. And I've taken comfort as we've been developing in this crisis on a number of verses in the Bible, of which fear not is the most common phrase throughout the Bible. Fear not, because God knows that it's our nature to fear and to be anxious. And so we constantly are reminded, fear not, for I am with thee.
Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.